Your feed bill just went up again, and somewhere out there, a farmer is about to sell their entire flock just to survive this month. But here is what nobody is telling you. The solution is literally growing in your backyard, floating on your pond, and crawling inside a box of kitchen scraps. What if I told you that 5 ordinary plants and 1 misunderstood insect could slash your feed costs to almost nothing? Not reduce, almost eliminate. Stay with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, the way you see chicken farming will never be the same again. The feed crisis and why natural feeding works. Let us talk about a number that should concern every poultry farmer watching this right now. Between 60 and 70% of your production cost goes straight into buying commercial feed. That is not a small expense. That is the majority of your business walking out the door every single week. And the situation is getting worse, not better. Feed prices have tripled in recent years, and many small-scale farmers are being forced out of the business entirely, not because they are bad farmers, but because the inputs are strangling them. Here is the question that changed everything for us at Verdant Harvest. How did farmers raise healthy, productive chickens long before commercial pellets ever existed? The answer lies in nature. Before bags of broiler starter and layer mash dominated the market, farmers relied on a combination of high-protein plants, leafy greens, and natural organisms that grew right on their land. And the remarkable thing is, those ancient feeding systems actually worked. Chickens were healthy, eggs were nutritious, and farmers kept their money. Now, modern science has confirmed what those early farmers knew instinctively. Certain plants and organisms carry enough protein, vitamins, and minerals to meet the nutritional demands of a laying hen or a growing broiler. You do not need a factory to produce quality feed. You need the right knowledge and the right crops. In this video, we are going to walk through 5 of the most powerful natural feed sources available to any farmer, from water ferns to banana stems to protein-rich insects, and show you exactly how to grow, prepare, and feed them to your flock. Before we dive in, if this kind of practical, no-nonsense farming content is what you have been looking for, the Verdant Harvest channel exists exactly for you. Hit subscribe if you want more of this. We release new content regularly, and every video is built around real, actionable knowledge. Now, let us get into the plants. The first plant every serious poultry farmer needs to grow is moringa, scientific name Moringa oleifera. And once you understand what this tree actually contains, you will wonder why you were ever buying protein supplements at all. Dried moringa leaf carries between 25 and 30% crude protein by weight. To put that in perspective, that is competitive with many commercial feed components. On top of that, it is loaded with vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. The exact nutrients your layers need for deep yolk color, strong eggshells, and a disease-resistant immune system. There are 2 ways to use moringa. For fresh feeding, harvest young leaves, chop them finely, and mix directly with your other greens. Feed immediately. This works well when your birds are right next to your moringa plot. The better long-term method is drying and powdering. Harvest the leaves and dry them in the shade, never under direct sun, which destroys the vitamins. Once dry, grind into a powder and mix it into your feed ration at a rate of 10 to 15%. This stores well, reduces waste, and actually improves how well your chickens digest the nutrients. The second plant is one most farmers grow for food and completely ignore as a feed source: sweet potato vines. Those tender trailing leaves contain between 15 and 20% protein, a number that surprises almost everyone the first time they hear it. They also provide digestible fiber that supports gut health and helps your birds process their food more efficiently. Preparation is straightforward. Harvest the soft vines, chop them into small pieces, and let them wilt lightly in the shade for 2 to 3 hours. This short wilting reduces moisture and makes the greens easier to mix. Combine with azolla and moringa, and include this mix at around 10 to 15% of your layer's total daily ration. 2 plants, both easy to grow, both packed with nutrition. And we have not even gotten to the ones that will genuinely shock you. Let us keep going. Amaranth is powerful. But it comes with a warning most people skip over, and if you ignore it, you will do more harm than good. Raw amaranth contains oxalates and other anti-nutritional compounds. Fed in large quantities without processing, it can actually interfere with how your chickens absorb minerals. So the rule with amaranth is simple. Always cook it before feeding. Here is the exact preparation process. Harvest fresh amaranth leaves and chop them into smaller pieces. Place them in boiling water and cook for 20 to 30 minutes. Drain the water completely, then let the cooked leaves cool down fully. Once cooled, mix with your azolla, sweet potato leaves, and any insect protein you have available. Cooking does 3 things. It improves digestibility, it removes the anti-nutritional compounds, and it makes the plant genuinely safe for your layers. Feed at 10 to 15% of total ration, and never try to substitute raw amaranth thinking it will save time. Now the 4th plant is one that almost no farmer thinks of as feed at all, the banana plant. Most farmers grow bananas for fruit and throw away the stem, the trunk, and the older leaves without a second thought. That is a significant waste, because banana stems provide real value to your flock, particularly as a filler and gut health support. Chop the stem finely and allow it to ferment for around 24 hours before feeding. Fermentation breaks down the fibrous tissue and makes it easier for your chickens to process. Banana stems are not a protein source, be clear about that, but they provide moisture, fiber, and bulk that keeps your birds fuller, reduces feed wastage, and supports a healthy digestive tract. You can also use overripe bananas directly. Chickens will eat them eagerly. We have covered 4 powerful plant sources now, but the 5th, this is where everything changes. Because what we are about to discuss produces more protein per square meter than almost any crop on Earth. If you are only going to grow one thing after watching this video, let it be azolla. Azolla is a small, fast-growing water fern. It floats on the surface of still or slow-moving water and reproduces at a pace that is almost hard to believe. Under the right conditions, a healthy azolla colony doubles in size every 6 to 10 days. That means once you establish your pond, you have a self-replenishing protein source that keeps giving without replanting. And the protein content is extraordinary. Azolla carries between 30 and 40% crude protein, among the highest of any plant-based feed source available to small farmers. It also contains essential amino acids, vitamins, and minerals that directly support egg production and growth in your flock. Setting up an azolla pond is simpler than most people expect. Dig a shallow pond, just 30 to 45 centimeters deep, is enough. Line it with a polythene sheet if you want to retain water better, though an unlined pond can work in some soil types. Fill it with 10 to 15 centimeters of water. Add a small amount of cow manure slurry as a starter nutrient, then introduce your azolla culture. Within 10 to 15 days, your entire pond surface will be covered. To harvest, use a fine sieve or mesh strainer. Wash the azolla to remove any mud or odor, drain thoroughly, and mix it fresh into your feed. For layer chickens, keep azolla at 10 to 20% of the daily ration. For local or indigenous breeds, you can push this toward 30%. However, avoid overfeeding. Too much azolla causes watery droppings, which is a sign the birds cannot process that volume efficiently. The beauty of azolla is that it costs almost nothing to maintain once established. It grows without soil, and it produces a consistent, high-quality protein crop week after week. Which leads us to the final piece of this system, the one that turns waste into wealth. There is a small insect that is quietly transforming poultry farming across the world, and most farmers have never heard of it. It is called the black soldier fly, and its larvae are one of the most protein-dense, cost-effective feed ingredients available to any farmer, anywhere. Black soldier fly larvae contain up to 45% protein. That is higher than most commercial fish meal products that small-scale farmers spend a significant portion of their income buying. But here is what makes this truly remarkable. The larvae produce this protein by consuming organic waste. Kitchen scraps, market leftovers, vegetable peelings, spoiled fruit, material that would otherwise rot and smell. All of it becomes high-quality animal feed through the work of these insects. The process requires no large land area, no expensive machinery, and no chemicals. You need a contained system, a starter colony, a consistent supply of organic waste, and the discipline to manage the cycle. Within weeks, you have a self-sustaining protein production unit running on what your household and farm would otherwise discard. The larvae also leave behind a byproduct, a nutrient-dense frass that functions as a high-quality organic fertilizer. You feed your chickens, enrich your soil, and reduce your waste, all from a single system. This is what sustainable farming actually looks like in practice. Now, and this is important, let us be honest about one thing, because this channel does not make promises that cannot be kept. Can you feed 1,000 chickens with literally zero money spent? Not quite. You will still invest time, labor, and some upfront setup costs. Building ponds, sourcing starter cultures, constructing BSF bins. What this system genuinely delivers is a near total elimination of your commercial feed bill. Production costs drop dramatically, profit margins recover, and your farming operation becomes far more resilient to market price shocks. That is the real value here. Not a fantasy of zero cost, but a practical, proven pathway to feeding your flock on what your farm already produces. If this video gave you something useful, a new idea, a clearer plan, or just the confidence to take one more step, we would genuinely love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us which of these 5 systems you are planning to try first. If you found value here, share it with another farmer who needs to see this. And if you have not yet subscribed to Verdant Harvest, now is a good time, because this is just the beginning of what we are building together.